looking at the best players in 49ers history to wear the number 9. Now, I don't care what anybody did with another team wearing 9. That matters not here. You have no power here. Hashtag Lord of the Rings. Number 9. I think this is a two-horse race. There were two other players that kind of pulled up. Jeff Kemp, who was the NFC West quarterback forever. He came from the Rams, was with us for 1 year in 1986, then went to Seattle for a long time. Whenever he was here in 1986, went 3-2-1. And, that was a good year for the Niners. Niners finished 10-5-1, but then they lost in the divisional round to the Giants, and they lost 49-3. Kemp went 7 for 22, 64 yards, 0 touchdowns, 1 interception, and 22.2 QBR. Not good. So Jack Kemp, he doesn't really, but the reason why I want to do this and I keep, spending so much time on these things is I just think it brings to life the past and the present and the future, and just why these things, like, there's not a lot of good number 9s, and these single digit numbers, even the early teens, it's quarterbacks, kickers, punters. So that makes it difficult. But I want Jeff Kemp to be a part of our history, given much more Rams in Seattle, but still, I want to know these things. Barry Helton, just after Jack Kemp left in 1988, 1989, 1990, he was with us for 3 years. He was a punter, brought us 2 Super Bowls. Hey, wasn't really electric, didn't lead the NFL in really anything. No Pro Bowls, no All Pros, none of those things. But I always want to find one stat that is beneficial or positive. Once we get to number 10, I'm gonna break that rule. But I try most of the time to find something good about these guys, because they contributed to greatness that is the 49ers history. Barry Helton had 9 playoff punts inside the 20-yard line in 8 games. Pretty dang good. Now, Pro Football Reference is, if you've never checked it out, please go do so. It is a football nerd safe haven. And what they do is they measure its approximate value or appropriated value for what they bring to a team. And they literally just give you a number. So, for example, Jeff Kemp got a 6 AV on Pro Football Reference for the 49ers. Barry Helton got a 5. All right. Then we got our final 2. And I want you guys to participate in this here. The final 2 are 2 great players. And I got not Phil Dawson in the chat. So I'm so pumped. We got Kim. What's up, Kim Sorensen? Which, if his Twitter handle is not Phil Dawson. Whenever I first met Phil, I was like, dude, you look like Phil Dawson. Anyway, so Phil Dawson and Robbie Gould. So here's what I need before I jump into what they all accomplished. Who's the greatest 49er to wear 9? Is it Phil Dawson or is it Robbie Gould? I don't think Jeff Kemp or Helton really figure into the equation there. These were 2 great 49ers. Okay, so Phil Dawson or Robbie Gould, I need you to throw that in the chat. Let's see what you guys got. Coach Cruz already came out and said it's Gould. I think it's Gould as well, but let's go through this. Dawson was the kicker for 2013 to 2015. He did make 1 Pro Bowler, but it wasn't with the Niners, so that doesn't count. 7 playoff field goals made on 7 attempts. He went 6 for 6 on extra points in the playoffs. Never missed. Never missed. Now, back to the Pro Football Reference AV score. He got an 11, right? So Kemp got a 6. Barry Helton got a 5. Now let's go to Robbie Gould. Gould kicked for a lot longer. 2017 to 2022. 1 Pro Bowler, 1 All-Pro, but not with the Niners. Both of those, so that, again, doesn't matter. But listen to what he did in the playoffs. This is what's crazy. 21 for 21 on playoff field goals with the Niners. We're in a lot of playoff games since he's been here. 19 of 19 playoff extra points. I'm not discounting what happens in the regular season, but when you get to the playoffs, you turn it up a little bit higher. This one goes to 11, right? Like it's just more. Now the AV score, Phil Dawson had an 11, Robbie Gould a 21. And yeah, looking at the chat, look at this. Nedney and Akers did all right. They did all right. They weren't needs though, not for us. We've got Robbie says Sin, Gould, 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 Robbie, Gould. What's up, Kenneth? How you doing, man? We got some fun people in here. Hey, George, glad you're with us, man. I like that hat. Like that hat. Ishmael says Gould. I'm saying Gould / Nedney. I don't think Joe Nedney wasn't. He didn't wear that number. He was 6. Joe Nedney was 6. So yeah, he wore 6 from '05 to 10, and we already kind of did that number. But so, in my opinion, in your opinion, I think I agree with almost everybody here. The greatest to ever don the jersey number 9 is Robbie Gould, baby. Good as gold. And I look back at Gould's time very positive. I know he won it out not once, but twice. 49ers finally let him go. But a lot of that was because of Mitch Wisnowski. Couldn't handle kickoffs. Robbie Gould's old as crap and small. So as long as you had Mitch Wisnowski, you can't do kickoffs. Robbie Gould got to play defense, on special teams and kickoffs. Maybe that'll change a little bit with this new rule. But regardless, you got a kicker talking trash to an all-pro corner in Jalen Ramsey. You got him talking trash to the Packers as you send them home. He's awesome. Very, very positive memories of this guy, and he still hasn't landed a job anywhere. Niners are out of the question for sure, but still positive. Nothing against Phil Dawson there, but yeah, it's what it is. Tara says Robbie Gould, as good as go, low key savage. Yeah, kickers that talk trash, man. I'm with you.
The 49ers Rush Podcast.